It's very important for the, as you said, the Cadillac cases as well as dog houses, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, I hadn't seen it. I'm pretty sure I came up with the idea of what we call Linexing. I keep getting plugs to all kind of companies.
Well, these are important important supports for what we do.
I had to have my had to lash out quite a bunch of money to have one of my teenage boys the back of his truck, what they call Linexed. It's sprayed with this beautiful material. And having looked at it, I thought, on special items that would look absolutely beautiful. So I started making my dog houses, instead of painting them, taking them over to the Linex shop and having them Linexed. And as you know, how nice they look and how they improve the product. Absolutely. That's another one I feel that it was me that developed it.
Well, we didn't, so we certainly give you all the credit. I don't have a problem with that. And we have maintained true to that as well, insofar as having the dog houses Linexed.
Yeah.
And
it does add a little extra cost, but it's for what you get, it's well worth it.
Yeah. Well, when we're doing that, the boards that the cases are going to hold are not inexpensive.
No, they can run into the $170,000 per item price range. So for an additional $80, why not have it look as if it deserves it?
Yeah. And when they're out in the field, they just look that much better and hold up even better, because it seals everything even more, and they're not real gentle with our cases, as we know that in general.
Yeah.
So the construction of the Ascot case, what makes it unique is what we call, or what is called a rabbit joint.
It's called a rabbit. It's what I call a one-box technique, and I think, in fact, I was brought in something that would illustrate that. But what we do is we take a panel, for instance, a front or a back, and put a rabbit around all four edges. This one is showing it on 3. And then these are nailed and glued together as a box, gently tapped as the whole thing is coming together to put some pressure onto the wood. And then the lids and the bottoms fit into the rabbit all around the top and the bottom, once again glued and nailed. Then we end up with just a box. But over the years we've developed lots of jigs, and we never did have a CNC that Joe has now on the Ascot product, but we had a pin router and literally thousands and thousands of jigs that we made over the years for cutting catches, and they would all have a name on, standing against the wall, so we could reuse them at any time. And just makes a very, very strong product. Even before we start putting anything on it, it's a very strong box.
So the unibody construction, as you mentioned earlier, consists of all 6 sides of the case assembled and routed for the catches and handles, stacking cups, whatever other recessed parts might be called for.
And then it sounds very unusual because some of these cases are very large, as you know, but we had an enormous table with a saw, and we would quite literally saw off the lids. So that lid would go with that case. And on any particular batch of cases, our accuracy was such that regardless of whether that lid was used with the case, they would all fit anyway. And we're quite proud of the fact that we've kept good records, and as long as sometimes 10 or 15 years after we've made a product, somebody will call in, if it's an AMPAC or they've lost a hinge lid or something like that. I would pull out the plans, and without having the case there, we could send them out a lid or a new front, and it would fit properly.